What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the production breakdown for Timea Farr and Ryan Hili's song Sometime Soon. Let's dive into it.
Say do this over in another life, in a million years.
So welcome back, Chris here. You've just heard the snippet of the song. I recommend you go check out the full thing in the description below. This was an interesting song. We wrote it about end of last year, start of this year, more or less. Funnily enough, this person who actually wrote the song, Federica, we go way back, we write a lot of music together. I'm actually going to play a clip that she posted to Instagram about end of December last year.
Didn't know what to expect. My mind has been sidetracked, but I liked that night with you.
So she posted that clip. That was just something she was working on. Timea saw it and was like, I really love this song. I would love to work on it a bit more. So that was what we did. We got into the studio and we started crafting this song, and I'm really happy with this production. I tried a lot of new things, particularly with the drum production and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's just a really nice, heartfelt song, duet with Ryan as well, who I haven't worked with before. So this was a lot of new experiences coming together. So let's dive into the production. You can see here, this is the overall track, and you can see there's a lot of drums going on, lots of vocals, especially towards the end where you've heard that snippet. And you've got some guitars, some synths, some bass. We're gonna check it, all of it out. Starting off, I want to start with the synths because the piano is quite a main feature in this song. So let's check it out. We are using my personal favorite, the Hammers and Waves piano. I really like it. I think it sounds just really nice and ticks a lot of boxes for me. You can see there's a bit of processing going on, but we'll dive into it. Let's just hear it in solo real quick. Really nice, really soft. Not too much going on. The vocal is doing a lot of carrying the melody. Yeah, going into the processing, you can see we've got a little bit of compression. I'll keep this playing actually while we go through it, but let's jump into maybe the second verse. Gone the octave up, slightly different, but some, very subtle compression with the Fairchild. Doing a little bit of sculpting with the Pro Q to help clear some space for the vocals. Using this Dragon EQ for some boosting, a little bit of top end. Really nice. Probably adding a hair of drive as well. And using this filter, this is automated throughout the song to kind of just bring down the presence of that piano in certain sections. And then here, where it opens up, gives you that full frequency basically, which is really nice. I'm actually going to solo the synth group because I really just like hearing, we've got a lot of things going off in the background, but besides the piano, we've got the main features. We've got a lot of synths. There's some Juno pads, some strings, Mellotron stuff. So starting from the top, I'm using Signal, which is a favorite synth of mine by Output. It's a Contact library basically, and looks like this. This is the sound. It's just a nice throbbing pad basically, and that's just giving us a little bit of movement. The pad slowly opens up. Let's go here. So yeah, slowly opening up, becoming slightly more intense. We've got these little tiny accent notes right here. Really distant ambient stuff. And then going into the pre-chorus, I really like this actually because we've got some strings going on, some Triton and some Mellotron. Sounds like this. Again, using that accent. And I really love the voicings of this. Got some tremolo that slowly opens up, to give it this throbbing. I think throbbing is the term of this song. But we've got that, we've got these plugs. And then we have another set of plucks. Let's see, we've got, oh, this sound dust. This is a big feature in the song. Oh, not actually sound dust. We're using these Ensemble by Spitfire. Thought this was the sound dust, but I guess it's creating some dusty vibes. Really love that though. What else we got going on in the synths? We've got this Juno pad. Just again, adding a little bit of just a little bit of excitement to the end of that chorus. Obviously by the second chorus things really pick up. Going into the second verse though, things die down a bit. We've got a lot less going. But now we've got these, which I absolutely love these. I believe these are the Morphology. I would really recommend checking this out. I've actually done a video on them. You can check that out up here. Really killer for an awesome price. So we've got those matched again with this signal pulsing sound with the piano. Got a couple little sound effects going on. Just to give us a little bit of momentum going into that section. We've got a couple strings here. We've got these two, I think these are, the BBC Symphony. This is actually a free plugin, so I would recommend checking that out. But we've got this little melody on the strings. It's very subtle in the mix, I think, because we've got those fat string sounds. With the Juno bass, ga-gong. And then things really pick up in that last chorus. We've got this huge... So you can see we've got a couple layers of Juno. We've got like a high and a low. Very heavily sidechained. We're using kickstart to really give it some pumping. Oh, this is nice. This is literally just giving us some just really lovely string tremolo. In combination with all the other strings. And this is one of my favorite sounds in this whole production. It's, what is a serum patch? Yeah, just a random pluck, but we've got a lot of processing going on here, as you can see. It sounds like this. I'll turn off the side chain. And with that side chain, just really driving the groove of this. Oh, and lastly, lest we forget, we've got some CS80 goodness in here. Nice lead. Really love that. The combo of everything gives us into the outro, which is just basically piano. And technically this should be in the synth section, but I've kept it separate because it felt like an important part, which is this drone. This is actually a drone I made ages ago, and it's basically just being automated with the filter to open and close. Let's take a look at that. So this is what it sounds like when it's fully open. We got that kickstart sidechain going on. But this is just made with a bunch of mellotrons, with a bunch of melodicas, basically, and slapped a bunch of reverb on it. And I just have it saved in my library to use. And yeah, and then probably just a little bit of sculpting. Yeah, nothing too crazy going on here. But just a really nice atmospheric sound that just plays throughout the whole song. And let's check that filter. So yeah, basically just slowly opens up. Not too much going on here, and then obviously the kickstart automates in to give us that pulsing. So that's all of the synths. Now if we had to move on to the guitar, got quite a bit of guitar going on, as you can see here. Lots of it are effects, some of it is actually just playing chords. So if we go into the first verse, this is what we start out with. Nothing too crazy, just some nice plucks basically. And then we get this reverse effect fading in. Let's skip ahead. I'm actually curious to what this originally was. It was a bit of a while ago, but let's hear it without any of the effects on it. A little bit Radiohead Weird Fishes vibes going on right there. But moving on, if I keep the guitar soloed, we go into the pre-chorus. Again, these are pretty subtle. Got some lovely acoustics. These actually really shine in the mix. We'll get into that in a bit. When I say get into that, I basically mean there's no mix in this video. My good friend Jordan Timms actually mixed this. This was one of the first productions I've gotten him to mix. Me and Jordan go way back. He's like the godfather of all of my producer friends, and he did a really killer job mixing this track. I was very happy to get him involved in it. He also mastered it, so shouts out to Jordan at Newman Studios. Yeah, moving on, we've got some more acoustics going on. These are again just filling up that chorus. We've got some more acoustics coming in. So plenty of acoustics going on there. These are a little tucked away in the mix. These main like pre-chorus guitars really shine. These ones are a bit more hidden, but again, just filling up the piano, giving us a little bit more of something going on, you know, which is really nice. Moving into the second verse, we've got more kind of grungy style, a little bit heavier driven guitar. Some leads going on here, nothing too crazy. Got a mix of this like octave and then power chords. So that's pretty much what we got in the verse. Pre-chorus, building up on those acoustic guitars with a little bit of electric going on as well. And then moving into the final chorus, the full fat chorus. Oh, how I love this. My favorite part about these guitars are the chugs. Just really driving. If I get the acoustics in there. And then we have the electrics. I'll play them with the drums just to show you that drive. Honestly, so cool. I love that. We've got a little bit of lead in there as well. Nothing too crazy. It's mainly just a little bit of a driven Marshall kind of vibe with some stereo delay. Now, moving on, that's basically all the guitars. Well, that isn't basically, that is all of the guitars. So moving on from there, we're going to check out the bass and then we'll do the drums and vocals last. Bass, got a couple different basses. They're all synth basses, but they're all doing different things. Some of them, like this verse sub, is just a simple sub. If you're listening to this on your phone, you probably won't hear it, but if you've got some speakers or some headphones, you probably get a glimpse of this. So we've got really low sub, nothing crazy going on here. If we go into the first chorus, we've got a little bit of this trillion bass guitar. And that's giving us just a lot more harmonics, a lot more of a deeper tone, which just generally fits with the guitars a lot better. This is really where you start to feel a bit of the low end coming to the track. Which is great, and nothing crazy about this. It's just, which one is it? Yeah, this Trilogy Old School. I use this bass on quite a lot of tracks. And then moving into the first verse, we've got a combo of the sub and the bass. Because that bass guitar just gives me so many nice upper harmonics, and the sub is just really taking care of the low end. So together, really nice touch. And then moving into the chorus, we've got again the more throbby, pulsy bass. And so here we're using the Sublab with 808 Neon as a preset, and then chorus. We've got just a nice operator, same spiel as the verse, basically, just a bit more plucky. But otherwise, those are the sounds. Now, bear in mind, we do have some processing going on the bass bus. We've got this OTT, about 39%. We've got Soothe, which I like to sidechain with the kick. So it's kind of helping clear some space for the kick drum. And then moving up, we've got Decapitator giving us a bit of drive. Nothing too crazy. Pro Q just sculpting out a bit of room for that kick. And then lastly, some limiting just to make everything really stick above where I need it to be. Just make it a bit less dynamic and just really poke out. Moving on to the drums. We've got a lot of drums here, so brace yourself. Let's check this out. So we've got a couple of kicks, a couple of snares, lots of toms, and then some effects and some percussion, such as the tambourine and stuff like this. So diving into it, I'm just going to solo the drums and we'll go through it piece by piece. So most of it is this deep kick, this acid kick. Again, one of my favorites when I'm producing. Just ticks a lot of boxes. And once it opens up to the first chorus, we've got a combination of this really fat snare. It's just got this hybrid reverb on it with a bit of hall, a bit of the algorithmic reverb. And then this is also has its reverb automated so that it drops out. And then into the first verse, it becomes a lot more dry in your face, less roomy, you know. But then we have some extra snares taking over for the roomy sound. But going back into what we've got going on, those toms, again, really dig them. Just to give us a little bit of groove going on in the back. Got another tom here. What even is this? Just a big boom to fill up some space. But going into the verse, got just a big fill basically. So a little drum break. Nothing too crazy, super filtered, so we're mainly just getting that snare. Some hats, just a bit of shaker. These things are super subtle. Maybe the hat's not as subtle, but the shaker is very subtle. And then moving on, we've got some more big toms. I'm curious. You can hear that's what, some of the effects. We've got these orchestral like risers. And then we've also got these sweeps to just give us some, just building up basically on for the drop, and then some big crashes. Just to give us a bit of intensity, you know, when that last chorus drops. We just got loads of toms basically. I believe I'm using like a Lindrum tom and then just a regular, more realistic sounding tom. Let's close this and just play them soloed. Here what we've got. Yeah, these super 80s sounding toms, plus the impacts. They're like gunshots, those toms. Combined, we've got, I'm gonna add all the other toms. We've got so many toms going on. And then we've even got this one. Okay. Lots of dry toms, lots of wet toms. The position feels a bit off, but once I get the kick and the snare in there, you'll hear why the position is really important. So got this drum break. Give us a little bit more motion. Big tambourine hit. Tambourine. Obviously the crashes. Just to give us some more, you know, aggression, some more impact. With this big riser coming in, a couple smaller ones. Into just a nice open impacty sound. We've also got this rim, otherwise a rim and some hats to just give us some very lo-fi hats, these rims, and then that's pretty much our full drum sound. So that's all of our instrumentation going on. We've got a lot of stuff happening. So lastly, the main feature of this song, Timea and Ryan, the duet. You can see we've got a lot of things going on. We've got plenty of vocal takes because we were recording this as we were writing it. So we're trying different lines, trying different ways to sing melodies. So this is me just basically heavily comping all of the takes onto different tracks because some of them needed different volumes and this and that. So it was just the method I used. So if we just give it a quick blast in solo, you can hear we just got a little bit of reverb, some parallel compression to make them stick out, but this is what it sounds like.
I don't know what to expect.
Classic vintage verb.
My
Default
mind
preset.
has been such a wreck, but I liked the night with you.
If we check out Ryan's, this is what he sounds like.
Lonely walls of my hotel room, trying to keep my mind off the thought of you. Could have missed the flight, but I chose not to. Still I'd do it all again if you'd want me to.
Then the together.
Can we do it all again sometime soon?
Really lovely. Honestly, I'm such a big fan of their voice. Do have a bit of processing going on here, just a bit of gating, bit of tune because, you know, every little helps. Even though they are amazing singers, I think it just really is a nice final touch. Got some EQ, very subtle, to just help clean up some of the build up in the low end. Got some very subtle compression going on here. Let's check it in the chorus.
In another life.
Yeah, mainly just a bit of a fast-ish compressor just to catch all of those peaks. But then the 2A probably doing some heavier lifting. Let's see.
In another life.
just to round it out, a little bit of limiting to really squash that vocal. Sounding great. You can hear that vocal delay throw going on here. Really love that. And now for what I would say the main attraction of this song, the chorus BVs. Oh, so nice. Together with the leads.
In another life,
really dig that.
in a million years,
Also got some ad-libs.
have a last goodbye. Say you want me close.
Really nice. We got some of Ryan's ad-libs, some Timea's, but again, not too much. Lots of filtering, bit of delay, bit of reverb, some more shaping just to clear some space out of the lead vocal so it's not too in the way. But if you played all the vocals with the ad-libs,
Say do this over in another life, in a million years, have a last goodbye. Say you want me close in a present life.
that's basically the video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, let us know in the comment section below. I'd love to know what you think. Have you listened to the song? If you haven't, go do that, because I would really appreciate it, and I'm sure they would as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The support really helps. Thank you to anyone who's already done so. Once again, I've been Chris Vella, and I'll see you on the next one.
Do it all again. Sometime soon, can we do it all again? Sometime soon, can we do it all again?